This is my YouTube video on chapter 28 from pages 739 to 749. Let me show you how to get started in creating a list of references. First, you need to open a blank Word document by clicking this twice and maximize this screen. In APA, you need to open your bibliography with the word references in this plural number and have it centered. After that, you need to set the double line spacing and a hanging indent. Click on this drop-down arrow, then you can see special. That box is about hanging. Change the indent from none to hanging, and change the box of line spacing from multiple to double, and click OK. Then you hit enter and move the cursor to the far left. In chapter 28, pages 749 to 741, you can see the examples and instructions on in-text citations. That's very important. You can also see the essay that we just analyzed, titled More Testing, More Learning by Patrick O'Malley. That's the only essay in the book in APA format. So those 3 pages are about in-text citations. From the bottom part of page 741 to page 748, you can see the section of APA citations in the bibliography with both instructions and examples. On the last 2 pages, 748 and page 749, you can list a sample of list of references. For example, I have created a list of references and I'll let you know how to cite the references. I have 2 references here. First, it's a citation of a book, and the second one is a paper copy of a newspaper article. To know how to cite the sources, you need to know the type of source or sources first, because this chapter arranges the sample citations into 3 categories. The first is books in both print and electronic. The second is articles in both print and electronic forms. And the third is on page 747, that is other electronic sources, which means if it's a book, whether it's a single author book, a multiple author book, or a work in an anthology, you need to refer to the category of books on pages 743 until 745. For example, we try to cite a single author book. In this case, you may refer to the sample citation at the bottom of page 743. That's the print copy of the book. First, you need to cite the author's last name, full last name. Okay, Pinker or Pinker, and comma, space, and you always cite the first name or middle name initials. You never cite the full first name or middle name in APA. First name initial, dot, space, and then you need to cite the year publication and put it in the parentheses. Well, where to find the year publication? You might want to turn your book to the copyright page. Okay. this book would be the third or the fourth page, on which you can see the word copyright. As you can see in our textbook, there are 4 years listed on this page, which is the first one is 2013, the second one is 2010, and then 08 and 04. You always set the most recent year at the year of publication. So if we followed the sample citation at the bottom of page 743 and use this one, that will be 2011, and then period or dot, space. Then there will be the title of the book. You can see the title of the book has been italicized, but obviously the sample does not copy the original title of the book, which means with every first letter or letters in uppercase. So in this, the title of the book, the first letter of the first word, letter T, is in uppercase, and also the first letter of the first word after colon is in uppercase. Okay, this one is uppercase as well. Those are the 2 rules for capitalization in APA. The third rule is you need to capitalize the first letter or the letters of a proper name, such as letter I in the word Iowa, or letter D and letter M and letter R in the proper name of Des Moines River. So even though the sample citation on page 743 does not have the edition of the book included in the citation, I choose to include it so that you can see how to cite it. You always need to use the Arabic number tense, or 2 ND, which is the abbreviation of second. You never spell it out like TENTH. When you cite the word addition, you always use its lowercase ed dot and put it in the parentheses. Then you need to cite the city and the abbreviation of the state where the publisher is located, such as New York, comma, space, NY, colon. If you want to cite our textbook, Semantics Guide to Writing, of course, you can see on this title page there are 2 cities, Boston and New York. You can cite either one. If you cite Boston, then you got to change the abbreviation from NY to MA. Okay, and another rule for citing the location of a publisher is if you can see both American cities and foreign cities, you always cite an American city, a U.S. city, and also the bigger or the biggest city in the U.S. As for the New York and Boston, it doesn't matter. You can cite either one. After colon, you need to cite the keyword or keywords of the name of the publisher, such as Viking. If you want to cite our book, the publisher of our textbook, you need to cite Bedford and Smartens with slash between the 2, without using any words or such as INC, corporation, company, or even the word press, unless it's a university press. Okay, So this is a sample citation of a book. We just followed the sample entry on page 743. And then we need to know how to cite a newspaper article. So we need to turn to the pages from 745 to 747 first to see a sample citation of a newspaper article. Its print copy is the second but the last on page 745. And below it is a citation of electronic copy of a newspaper article. Suppose we have a paper copy of an article. So again, we need to cite the full last name first, comma, space, followed by the first name initial, always the initial please, and dot, space. In the parentheses, this time you need to cite both the year and the date. You cite the year first, 2003, comma, space, May 29, and close the parentheses and, with a dot. And then you need to cite the title of the newspaper article. Do not copy all capitalizations of a newspaper article there, and follow the rules. You only capitalize the first letter of the first word, and the first letter of the first word after colon, and the first letter and or letters of a proper name. Okay. You do not italicize the title of the newspaper article, but you do need to italicize the name of the newspaper, such as the Wall Street Journal or the Des Moines Register or USA Today, and treat the name of newspaper as a proper name. So you need to capitalize all the major words in this name, and comma, and then you need to cite the page number or pages number. In this case, that will be pp dot d1, comma, space d5, and close it. That's the newspaper article in its paper copy. As you can see on page 745, if you get a source newspaper article from the website, you do not add a period as its end. You might also want to turn your book to page 747 to find two sample citations under the category of web page or document on the website. So you will see the way to cite the web article without a period at its end. This is what you need to know. Well, you can see I have the two citations here, but those two are not in their alphabetical order, because even though they both entries begin with letter P, and then we can see the second letter is letter I, and second letter is letter P. So that means we need to put them in the alphabetical order. How to do it? Well, there's a very simple way to do it. First, you need to highlight all the citations. In this case, only two, but there could be more. Then you click on the A to Z icon to sort out. Let's see. Then you click, the type of date, and then should be by the name. Let's see, by date, and then we click OK to see what happens. No, that shouldn't be by date. Should be by text. Okay, that worked. Okay, so that's the static bibliography or reference list. In APA, we use the bibliography, the word, as an umbrella term to refer to a source reference list in APA or a works cited page in MLA. So let me show you another the reference list with 5 citations not in their alphabetical order. So we can do the similar thing. Okay, highlight the whole the citation except the word references, and then click A to Z to sort them out, and then they should be sorted out by text. Then click OK and to see what happens. But now you can see the first one is not supposed to be the first one because it begins with letter V. The last one begins with the letter C, and this one should be the first. After clicking OK, we'll see the magic change. See? OK. That's the way we want to have our bibliography. Well, that's the end of my YouTube video. I hope you benefit from watching it. Thank you.